Hey, what's up, Heather?
What's up? Just playing a game on my phone.
On your phone? What game?
Bricks and balls.
Really?
Yeah, I love this game. I'm on like level, what is this? I don't even know the
That's
level right now.
that's in the
400.
Google Play Store?
Yeah.
Dicks and balls?
Bricks.
Oh,
No, I don't, there might be a game called Dicks and Balls. I don't know.
yeah. I was like, damn, pretty liberal these days.
Right? That was based like on a old school computer game.
Which one? Oh, I think. Oh, you told me about this one before. Isn't it that one that like it's like the ball, like ping pong ball, and it like takes away bricks at the top of the screen or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, were you in my last base?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't said it dropped, but shit, man, I've been like passed out for the past couple hours, so I don't know. I completely
Oh,
forgot it was open if there was one.
that's why Taylor and all them were sitting in there for the longest time because you were asleep.
Yeah. I just woke up a little bit ago, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I might have closed it by accident or something.
I don't know. Yeah, my phone died earlier when I was a co-host for you. I was fucking my cousin got home from work and we were getting high. So and then my
Oh
phone
yeah.
died. I was like, oops.
Yeah. You all of a sudden disappeared. I was like, what? I wonder what happened to Heather.
Yeah, my
Yeah. No
phone
worries.
died. I was like, oops. But I think like not too long before that I had heard your voice come through my phone. I was like, oh, okay, he's back.
Hey, you want to hear some Nirvana?
Sure.
Um. Oh, my thing is hooked up. Okay. Oh, come on, buddy. My fucking dog. He likes to walk on my laptop. Oh, my fuck.
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, hold on.
Tell me if you can hear the
Tell me if
guitar.
you can hear the guitar.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I just realized
Yeah, I just realized
my thing is off.
my thing
It's
is
not even
off. It's not
connected.
even
Damn it.
connected.
Hold on.
Damn it. Hold on.
Yours doubled though. Your audio is doubled.
Is it still doubled?
No.
Uh, oh, sh oh shit! Is there like a space going right now? I didn't even look.
I have no idea. I know Chris Meyer was doing his Skinwalker space, but I don't know if that's still going by now.
Damn, that's fucking rude of me not to look. I probably should do that.
Oh yeah, it's still going. He started at like fucking 10 o'clock. It's just been going for like 3 hours.
Oh, I was gonna say that's only like 1 hour for me, but I forgot you're like 2 hours ahead of me.
Yeah, we like just after 10 o'clock, and he was still finishing up the episode, I guess.
Hey, how did you find that out so fast? Because like I'm always like struggle to figure out how to find out where the things are.
I just go to my timeline to the top of the screen.
Oh, okay. For me, if I like do that, like sometimes it'll pop up, most of the time it doesn't. I just have to wait a while.
It's probably because you follow so many people. Um, but yeah, the last few days, since they've been working on spaces, like it's been disappearing a whole lot more, and I have to like close the app, open it, close it, open it, and finally it'll show up. Or I can go to the spaces little icon, but I hate that icon.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh, I see it now. Okay. Uh, hey, do you know if UFO Twitter week already started? Or like their
It starts
spaces?
today. It's from the 7th through the 11th.
Oh shit. Um, UFO Shane, he was doing his thing tonight, right? I totally missed that probably.
Yeah, me too, because I haven't unblocked him yet. And then old vet, he had a space with Astral, and some other people. And then that ended right before Chris's space started because I was in there listening. And then I went over to Chris's, and Astral and old vet switched over there, and then I look in there now and they're gone. I'm just surprised this space is still going.
Yeah, it must be pissed at me because like
Why?
I have a space going like during their UFO Twitter week thing.
Probably hasn't even started yet. And you
Oh.
can still hold spaces, like why not? Like people just come in and out as they please, you know?
Yeah, it's just that, they like it's just like a courtesy thing I guess they expect. Although like I don't owe those fuckers any favors, so like yeah. Especially not fucking what's his name? Shane. So
Well, especially I don't know, if you like put it as like a filler space between their spaces for a place for people to chill, you know? I don't know. But I don't see why you can't hold a space, especially if it's not directly related to UFO Twitter. You just so happen to like have friends who are all up in that shit. Doesn't mean your spaces are always about it.
no, yeah, that's right. That's right. What's up, Jamie? No, you're right. That's true.
You're still a spaces host, so you can hold a space whenever the fuck you want. Who cares?
It's just that like you see like how like you'll never see like anyone like associated with like UFO Twitter week like ever like talk to me. And it's partly because of this reason that like I would like dare like host a space like during like their UFO Twitter week or something like that. They would like that's just like a major offense to them. So like for that reason, they would never want to like associate with me.
Oh, well,
That's
well,
why you'll
then
never
who
see Shane
cares
in
who's
here.
lawyer, right? I mean, if the damage is already been done, so what?
Yeah,
I mean, unless you're trying to get back into their good graces for whatever reason. I mean,
no,
I don't really see why. But I do think that it would be nice for there to be a space, where
hmm
if you get tired of hearing something or you're not vibing with what they're talking about or whatever, you can pop out and go somewhere else. And then just chill out until the very next space, Why not?
yeah.
I think
Casey's
several people should have spaces open who aren't necessarily involved in UFO Twitter Week.
what did Stacy call it or Stacy Casey call those spaces?
I have no idea.
Yeah, fuck. She called like the alternative space or something like that. I don't know. It wasn't that, but it wasn't like that. Hey, so what? What spaces? I'm still waking up, or maybe I never fell asleep. Let's see. I need to figure out. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you what song. I just learned "Drain You" like last night or the night before because somebody requested it. But what other cool songs are there that I could learn?
Um, Amy, really, whatever strikes your fancy. I really like this song called Pennyroyal Tea, but like
Cover?
the no, um,
Or is that not a cover?
I don't believe so. I'm not entirely sure, but Pennyroyal Tea is about abortion, so I don't know if you want to do that or not.
What do I care? Yeah, that's fine.
It's a good song. I don't know any of them really. Dumb is good. Breed is really good. Territorial pissings would be fucking epic if you learn that. Um, oh yeah, another good one was Jesus doesn't want me for a sunbeam. That was a cover, but oh well. Or you could learn beans or do re mi.
For that one.
It's just enjoying a bong hit. Having a space. I haven't looked up who's all having a space. I haven't been on space as much lately, but I did participate in a couple today, so that was cool. Anyway, so thanks for having a space, Logan. I know you always you do them often, but you know, I'm really glad that there's this available so that like it helps you pass the time when you're having trouble sleeping because of, so and all kinds of other people too. And that totally makes sense, especially because of what's going on, with the NHI and the abductions and all that stuff and other experiences people are having. So just totally makes sense to me. But thank you.
Hey, wait, what makes sense?
Like that if okay that I'm sorry, I forgot to say that part. That when you're having spaces when you can't sleep, it also helps all those other people who can't sleep at that time too. Like that part makes sense that people don't always sleep very well because that's sometimes when a lot of people have seen NHI and in their bedrooms and stuff like that. So it makes sense that people can't sleep sometimes, but I'm not saying that that's necessarily why you can't sleep or anything. I'm just saying that it's nice that you hold spaces, especially because they're on a lot, and so people can think about other things and relax and know that they're not alone in this whole thing because yeah. Yeah, my husband's an insomniac, so you know. Anyway, I had heard you share before that you had night terror, so I just wanted to say thank you for doing these, and it's good that you do them because it's a helpful way for people to be able to join you and talk and learn all kinds of stuff, and it's really cool. So thank you.
Yeah, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, it's really nothing. I mean, I'm just glad people like want to hang out with me. 'Cause, I mean, I gotta be up too, so I just want to cool people to chill with, you know?
Don't let her lie to you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not lying.
No, I'm fucking with you. I'm mostly fucking with it, Logan.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said though. You said what'd you say?
Oh, I whispered it. I said, "Don't let her lie to you. You suck."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not. I I don't know. I just everything is it's so cool that we're having people talk about disclosure stuff. And actually I gotta take another bong hit, but that's what I was doing earlier when you said hi. So I was like, I better request and
Fuck yeah.
yeah. Hi Mars. I was just tweeting about Mars earlier, but not you. I was tweeting about the planet and Elon being there. So that was funny that now you're here. So that's cool.
Yeah, people like to hate on my AI picture, but I did him as an astronaut on Mars holding a red flag. Everyone's like, it's a Chinese flag. Like, it's a red flag on the red planet. What part of that do you not get?
Well, I appreciate that both of you were thinking of me even in your subconscious or something.
Oh, you know I love you.
So, hello. It's like 2 a.m. and I'm eating a burrito thing. Like a Amy's tofu scramble. So good.
I'm not a huge fan of tofu.
I
It's more
can't,
like
I can't even.
garlic.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You can go, Mars. Go ahead. So I'm sorry.
She's got a big old mouthful right now.
I was just saying it's more garlicky than tofu-y because tofu doesn't really have much of a flavor. So, but
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
I was just gonna say I can't even remember what tofu tastes like because I can that's funny because it's hardly has a taste, I guess. And now that you said that, I can kind of remember that because I haven't tasted it in a very, very long time since before I had CPR. So, anyway,
Yeah, plain tofu tastes like egg whites.
yeah, a little bit. It's like a,
Yep, I'm weird on texture.
it's like a egg whites, but dusty, but not dusty, but like, yeah, it's a flavor you have to get used to.
that's so funny. It's like you remember on that what movie was that? Was that Signs or where that little girl she was like, ew, the water after it's been sitting there for too long, it's got dust in it or whatever. It's only
Yeah,
That was awesome. I love that because I grew up on steam distilled and purified water. So, I'm like, oh yeah, because that's tap water. So I was like, yeah, ew. So yeah, it was hilarious. So it came in super handy though in the movie anyway. Good evening, Kyle.
So no one's talking, right? Okay. Logan, I'm so glad you started a space. Thank you, because like I was gonna be awake anyway. So cheers. I don't know.
Sorry,
I don't.
I heard my name. I'm just trying to like learn this song. What happened?
Oh no, I was just saying thanks for starting the space because I
Oh yeah,
was
no
just
worries.
awake. That's all. That's all I was saying.
everybody loving on Logan tonight, except for me.
Heather reminds me of like my sister like a lot. Like my she was just like really like bitter and like mean, but like it was like in her own like unique style. She just.
What? I'm not bitter and mean, you
I
butthead.
mean, it's cute or whatever. I mean, like you are. You're like a little like that. You're not like super nice or whatever. Like don't kid yourself. But I mean, like it's
I
cool. I
am
mean,
I am super duper nice. I am just very sarcastic and I like to talk shit.
oh yeah. I mean, some might just label that like a little, a certain kind of word maybe. But I mean, I love it personally. Don't attack me, please.
Uh-huh, sure you do. Over here talking shit, sideways, low key.
Please don't attack me.
Look, Heather just says it like it is. So, that's her thing. And I think she is nice and awesome. Just, yeah, sarcasm, etc.
Yeah, Heather wouldn't dare yeah, no, I love Heather.
He's scared of me, that's what it is.
Oh my gosh, when you guys were, oh, Heather, when you were, yeah, I can't remember what they said. Somebody in the space made you start laughing and you were giggling. And it was so adorable. I'm like, she has such a cute laugh. Like, how is that? It was so cute. So it was funny. See, you were really cracking up to what he said. Darn it, I'll have to try to remember.
She's been censoring her laugh this whole time. I know it.
Somebody mentioned something about a dolphin one time when I was laughing, and I was like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. But thank you, that's very sweet. I don't like my own voice. I don't even know what my laugh is like. I haven't even heard my laugh on a recording.
It's
I don't know.
adorable as far as that's my opinion, but yeah, it was totally adorable. I was like, that is so cute. So yeah, that was awesome.
That's great. That made my day.
That's hilarious. It's like I always think just like so funny how we all sound, and then when I go in public, I'm all chatting everyone right the fuck up because we're all crazy. The shit that we talk about, and they're like, "Yeah, you should be on the radio." Yeah, I'm hilarious. They're like, yeah, I should be on the radio too. I thought the same thing.
Kyle, be honest, are you like always super like crazy high when you come in here?
I think most of my life I'm lived pretty high. I'm pretty high up there. Oh, I'm a bit of an idiot. Yeah.
Oh my God, my favorite Kyle moment was when Mello was trying to do a guided meditation space and Kyle's mic was on and he didn't know it and it was the middle of the meditation and you could just hear his conversation with some lady in the background. I don't know who that lady was, but she was like kind of talking shit about what we were doing. So it was hilarious. And we didn't know it was Kyle, right? We
I
thought it
didn't
was
even.
Mello the
Everyone thought it
entire
was Mellow. She was like, she came in, she was like, "What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you meditating?"
Why? She was like, "What's wrong with you?" or what?
Oh, and to make it even better.
She just thought it was funny, I guess, right?
Mm.
Just call me a nerd or a geek or whatever.
Yeah. Mello didn't know what was going on because his reception kept cutting out. So everyone was like, "Mello, what are you doing?" And then yeah.
Yeah, and then he finally decided to pay attention. Like we're just sitting there, like me and Fred and whatever, like Mello, hello, we can hear you, and then he finally comes back to us and he's like talking shit because he just thought we were talking shit in the middle of the meditation. Like, nah, bro, we thought your mic was open, but it was Kyle the whole time.
I don't know how long that meditation lasted, but it was probably
It felt like
long.
forever.
I don't know if I was just like really high when we were doing it. So I'm like, fuck, man. The first time I felt like it flew by. I'm like, the second time it was like forever. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Mello got lost somewhere like 30 minutes later.
Oh, we lost Jamie.
Yeah, I wonder if she couldn't hear or something. Hopefully she comes back.
I don't know. She's taking bomb grips right now, so.
Hmm.
You talking about your stupid tofu burrito made me hungry, so now I'm warming up leftover pizza.
I thought you didn't like tofu.
I don't, but the thought of food made me hungry. Now I got some leftover pepperoni pizza.
Well, at least you had some leftover pizza to eat, so that's good.
I'm saying it is good. I mean, it's shitty pizza, but it's pizza nonetheless.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And I have ranch and hot sauce, so we're good.
Nice.
I think I drank a bit too much already to eat. I hate that. It's too hot though to be eating, right? So I'm doing a lot of drinking. That probably doesn't help my situation.
Yeah, I would have to say probably not. You should probably drink some water, and you'll be good.
I like came inside on Sunday and I like looked at the mirror and I was just like, I'm just like red. I got heat stroke. Oh fuck, it was brutal. Definitely. It's fucking hot in Canada right now. It's like into the 30s or 20s or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we're getting smoke in our skies from Canada's fires actually today.
Can you translate what that is to Fahrenheit? For us Americans.
Yeah,
I
please.
think like probably like 80 or something like that, maybe. I don't know. Fucking hot. Yeah, like hot enough you can start cooking shit with. You know what I mean? You're starting to cook inside of your buildings. Yeah, it's pretty gross. But the garden likes this weather, right? I'm about to get raspberries and stuff like that, and then all that kind of shit.
So you have like a little garden and shit?
Yeah, I like to play around with the gardening. I don't know. Certain things just don't grow very well. I think it's like just learning, right? Sometimes I feel like it's a waste of money because you don't end up doing well, but then other times it does do really well, and it's like over abundance, and you don't know what to do with it all. Been doing onion for like 10 years, so like at this point, don't think I can even kill onion. But then I tried to do like a different kind of onion, and yeah, so it's a whole new learning curve there, I guess. I don't know, like I just like watching it go to flower and then getting seeds from it too. Like I just did that with carrots, but I think they've like done something because like every time I try to grow carrots, it always goes to flower. So I think they're like fucking fucking whole our crop somehow. It's quite interesting, but not all of them do. But a lot of them do. Maybe that's just like I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing, but it's really interesting playing around. Did some radishes to seed, and they're like turning into like they look like beans. I don't know. I need to watch some videos or something. I really don't know what I'm doing, but it's fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have a basil plant that's doing pretty well. I have it like in the a window that like gets a lot of sun, and I just keep like flipping it 180 degrees like every so often. Um, so it gets even sun. But I have a mint plant that I got it from the grocery store, so it's like just whatever. I got a mint plant I also got from the grocery store, and it wasn't very happy to start with, and then it's just completely died. And like mint is supposed to be the easiest plant to grow. Like it'll take over, if you put it in the ground or whatever. But for some reason,
Yeah,
this
just try if
not.
you have somewhere to put it outside. Even though it's dead, it'd probably come back surprisingly.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, like I've seen them like mine dies every year. Like I have it outside, and then it just comes back stronger every year, bigger. And now it's
Oh,
like it started out like from the grocery store. Now it's in like an 8x8 pot that fills it that needs to be done something with because now it's just f- like out of control.
like overflowing. Yeah.
Yeah. the
Nice.
the strawberries are nice. Like I've done strawberries for like probably 10 years too.
Ooh.
And then like raspberries and strawberries. I like the berries. They're easy, and
Mm.
you just have to water them really. And like I'll just bring in like fresh compost every year. I do like the flower beds. The flower
Mm-hmm.
beds are nice. The raised flower beds. So it's like
Cool.
builds like different soil mix.
When you mentioned growing berries, it just reminded me of when I was like a kid, like I guess young teen or preteen. My friend, her parents were growing like a bunch of blueberries. And we picked like a ton of them and used them as like ammo in like a blueberry fight and like climbed up this big tree they had and like was just tossing blueberries everywhere and she's like, oh, it's fine, they won't mind, they won't mind. And her parents were so mad. So yeah,
Yeah,
it was good.
blueberries are so expensive. Like for like 20 at the store, it's like $7 in Canada. But
Mm,
like I grow my own blueberries, but I don't get enough. We never do, right?
mm.
The I think that's why they're probably mad because like you remember how like we my grandpa used to have his whole lawn was blueberries,
Oh
so that's where I
wow,
got some of the blueberry plants from. And then
I
but
like
like his lawn was like a half an acre or something like that, right? So it was like a pretty
mm-hmm,
decent sized garden. But
mm-hmm,
my foster dad, his fucking garden's ridiculous. Like it's like massive. He's got like 3 acres, and I think probably like at least a solid acre of it is garden.
wow,
It started out with hydrangea plants. So the
mm,
guy that owned the property, we he was farming kiwi there, but it wasn't growing well.
mm-hmm,
My dad does evergreen, so we said to him, "Why don't you do the hydrangeas and we can sell them for you?" And
mm,
so we just like started doing that for like it was like forever ago now, like 10 years that he did that for. And then the guy was getting really old. He said, "Hey, how about I give you $200,000 for your property, and I'll continue to pay you for the flowers until you die, and I'll continue to let you do your firewood on the
nice.
property." And so
Okay.
we got like the farm for $200,000 or something like that. It was like nothing really. I
Oh
think it
wow.
was like 2 acres or something, maybe. I'm not quite sure how many acres there is there, but it's a decent sized piece of land.
That
And
yeah.
the old guy had dug like an irrigation pond, and so he had all irrigated it. So
Mm,
now we just like have added to that, and then he has like he does weed now too. It's fucking hilarious.
nice.
Now that it's legal in Canada, right? So he has a weed license and he does
It,
weed.
it's still not legal in Pennsylvania. You have to get a like a special medical card, and it's like $150 or something just to get the card.
Yeah,
It's
like
no.
he has a medical license, and I think it's like the biggest one you can get. I
Mm,
think it's 200 plants, but I'm not sure. That might not be the biggest one you can get because if two people live at the same house and both have the same license, then you can have 400, I guess. Or so if a couple people
huh,
live at the same residence that all have a license and they all have the max limit, and so but you can't sell it.
oh.
So like, I do a high level fucking shit, yeah. But not as bad as my brothers though, honestly. Like we used to smoke like an ounce before breakfast. So
Wow.
I've settled down. Like made like a bet at like 50 pounds one time.
Jeez.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know like a ton about the amounts, but it sounds like a lot.
Yeah,
uh,
like I just like just give a little ounce away when someone comes over. Like here's like the go bag. There's
ni-
somebody like, oh yeah, here take this. Don't smoke weed. No, you can smoke it. Turn it into edibles or something, right? That
ni- yeah.
Yeah, so I try to do is like turn it into edibles, but then the edibles fuck you up, right?
Hmm.
They're fucking really dangerous.
Yeah. My friend gave me some edibles like a couple months ago. And I ate like a whole one like pretty much at once and yeah, it really fucked me up. I was yeah, I was like I'm seeing time bubbles. Like, like I'm traveling in time and stuff like that.
Yeah, so like I gave 2 cookies to this one girl or whatever, and I said to her, yeah, just like then we said, oh, you just eat half a cookie. Well, she ate the 2 cookies, and she woke up on her bathroom floor. I was dying. I was like, that's so fucking funny. But she was not happy. Like she was like pissed off. But like I told her not to eat 2 cookies. Like I was like, yeah, like
You gotta have like
I
other is handy because like if you give someone 2 cookies, they're gonna want to eat both of them. Like, you know?
well, they're the Chip Ahoy recipe, so they're really good cookies too. My wife makes really good cookies, and so they're
Yeah,
like,
nice.
yeah, like trouble. Like you can eat 4, but if you eat 4, you're like it's like drinking a 2-6. You're done. You're like you're not moving. You might
Hey,
poop yourself.
you need to also make like not pot cookies so that when the cravings hit, you just eat the not one, the not laced pot ones. Sorry, I'm tired. Yeah.
When we were making the gummies are really bad. They're really
Mhm.
terrible. So, like my brother like makes me, oh yeah, eat these gummies. So I like ate all the gummies. And he's
Oh,
like, how were the gummies? I'm like, yeah, I ate them all. They were really good. He's like, what do you mean you ate them all? I'm like, yeah, man, I sat down and I ate them all. He's like, dude, there was like a couple pounds in there. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, that explains it.
oh wow.
I was like, I could like feel my kids walking around in the house. I could like feel my hair growing. I was like, this is nuts. I ate them so fast. It was like it was like I'm eating a bag of candy, right? Just like mouth it down.
Wow.
Oh, very dangerous. I would not recommend it.
Yeah, no kidding. Like you could just forget to like breathe or live or whatever. Like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, just be rolling around on the ground. One of
Mm,
those life alert things.
yeah, well, the little button that always looked so fun.
I like look over the other day. My neighbor's like laying in the middle of her driveway. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Then she's like, I don't know if she was like picking weeds or what she was doing, but my neighbor fell, and so I had to go and like lift her up and get her up. And I was like, I said to her like, you need to get your cell phone on you. Like, if I wasn't out in my front yard, you would have been out there for hours.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
uh,
man.
yeah, fuck. It's definitely dangerous. Like getting that. Like she's this old lady, but just getting like falling down.
Yeah.
Like so, like definitely dangerous. I wouldn't recommend like people. They always say don't drive, right? It's definitely a good
Hmm.
idea.
I spend like a lot of time alone at my house, so like I'm always like thinking like in the back of my head like I don't like trip down the stairs because like I don't know what if I like can't get to my phone or whatever. I don't know, but like I'm I'm pretty healthy and stuff. I'm sure I even if I broke like a leg or something, I'd be fine. But I'd be able to crawl.
That's why I said to her, bring your phone with you. Like shit, you don't have one of those alert things. Like goddamn, like 80 something years old out there,
Yeah,
pulling weeds.
yeah. There's like a story of some woman who like was like an old lady and she like fell down like a cliff or something and then like by the side of the road, I think. I don't know. And she was like surviving by like drinking dew off the plants and stuff, but like she broke her legs or whatever. She couldn't like move or call for help or anything. But they found her eventually, so she's out there for like a week or something, I think. I don't know. I don't remember most of the story.
No, it is pretty scary. Like when you experience, like I've experienced people falling down like cliffs that I didn't even know them, right? And like I like happened to come across a person that fell down a cliff,
Hmm.
and fuck yeah, it was fucking fucked me up kind of. But
Really?
I had to like get the emergency help and get them there.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Well, it's good that you helped them. Yeah, I don't live near any cliffs, so that's it's not. too much of a problem for me. But yeah, that is scary.
Well, like, yeah, like there's a lot of people around and no one even noticed. And like it was at the beach, and there was like a big beach though, right? But there's lots where on Metro Island it's really rocky. Like, it's really dangerous. Like you got to be like a mountain climber, like just getting through your backyard sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, Ocean was getting all sorts of rocks in her backyard, like pretty crazy cool ones. So, yeah, I guess there's a lot of rocks there.
Where is Ocean?
Oh, I don't know.
Who said she would join after her kid went to sleep?
Fucking, you're on Twitter enough, you just fall asleep doing stuff, I think. Fall asleep standing up.
Hey, can you guys hear me playing?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Oh
It
damn!
woke me
Show
up.
me playing.
I'm so sleepy. Yeah, it sounds good. Yay! Clap, 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 clap.
Ma'am, if you can reserve your applause for the end of the show, that'd be great. We're gonna have to remove you. Thank you.
Your voice is really quiet. I can hear the guitar, but when you talk, it's like super quiet.
I'm gonna choke you in your sleep.
Are you whispering? Because that's not helping.
Calling Mars. Mars. Calling Mars.
Hell yeah.
Hey, can you guys hear me on this mic? Hello? Hello, 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 hello. Oh, oh. It's pretty quiet
That's what
now.
I do. Because I can't play the guitar. I just go wow 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 wow, stuff like that.
I wish I could play like that. Sorry, hold on. Tell me if I have my mic too loud. Is it too loud? Is it good now? Is it too low now? Too low? Too high?
Too up. Yep.
Turn
Wait,
it up.
slow
Turn
down.
it up. Is it too loud now?
No, that's good.
It's good? All right.
I think that's good. Yeah. How high is my volume?
I don't know.
I'm looking. But I'm asking you again.
Oh. Doobie little kitty. What's my volume at?
Is that your impression of me?
No, that's my impression of the cat.
Oh, wait, you have a cat?
Meow.
Are you a cat? What is going on?
Meow, meow.
I'm not sure I like that. It's like,
I don't have the space up on
maybe.
my screen. Who is doing that?
What did you say, Heather?
I said I don't have my space open on the screen. Who's doing that?
That's
No,
Logan.
Kyle's the weirdest dude.
I was
Kyle,
stuck
who
a
invited you
weird
here?
sound.
Yeah, stop that random person who was doing that and then left.
Disgusting.
What a weirdo. Who would do that?
UFO Twitter people. Garbage people.
Yeah, we are kind of a bunch of weirdos, but that's kind of the cool part about it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to hang out with any fucking normal people. They're boring as fuck.
Agreed.
That's why we're here, because they're boring as hell.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if you like smoking crack, I ain't hanging out with you.
Yeah. I'm not smoking crack. I'm just tired. So
I know you're just saying that because the people are listening, but it's cool.
I'm never smoking crack, Logan.
Me neither.
I'm usually tired. That
too.
is true.
It's definitely true. Yep.
Yeah. I guess that happens when you don't sleep very regularly or whatever. Just feeling sleepy.
The trick is to sleep only 2 hours at a time. And only do it every now and then. Like every couple days.
Yep. I don't have enough drugs for that. I can barely just stay awake for like a couple hours sometimes. It's pretty bad. It's fucked up.
Yeah, Twitter will do that to you. I had like radiation burns after the first year. On here 24 hours straight. Pretty hard run.
Yeah, Twitter is quite the drug, isn't it?
Someone say drugs?
Oh, Logan. UFO
Yeah,
Twitter
Twitter's
week.
like smoking crack.
UFO Twitter week starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern. Later today, the 7th.
Hey, wait, does that mean then that did Shane still do his thing today?
I don't know.
Hey, Mars or Kyle, did you guys see Shane in a space today, like with Astral?
What? That walrus is locked up? I haven't seen him anywhere.
He's back.
Nice.
Unless it's just some out. I don't know.
Oh, no, that's him. We had a discussion with him.
Oh, shit, they let Andrew Tate on his cell phone. Why can't they let the walrus?
No, he called.
Oh my god, man, you die laughing over. Man, I have got to not do. any edibles around you. Where you live? So I don't go near there.
Doesn't he live where
Yeah,
Ocean?
BC buds. Like honestly, I don't care where you go in the world. I do not think you'll surpass it. The kind of weed that they grow up here, it's like from Afghanistan and shit. These people are crazy the fuck up here, man. They're gangs and shit. Fucking Vancouver's like nuts. It's like yeah, if you sell this strain, you're gonna get killed. Like what? This is weed we're talking about, right? Yeah, these people are like serious about their weed.
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
It's like
I don't.
nothing you've ever seen for some reason. Like 100 million times the fucking weed.
I don't fuck around either. Watch out. No, I do. That's all I do is I'm like never actually serious, pretty much.
Yeah. What?
No,
Yeah, I heard like one time I heard Mars fucking cut a bitch.
no way.
Yeah, it was me.
Is Mars who's cheated on you?
What? Someone's cheating on me? No, I was saying Mars cut. She cut me. She said, "You bitch better have my money," and I didn't have her money, so.
God
I-
damn.
I'm sorry for that. Um,
That's
it,
really fucked up.
yeah. Well, I was in a mood, like I was hungry. I was hangry, honestly. And I didn't have quite enough money for a cheeseburger, so I was just like, I think I got a little over dramatic, maybe a little bit, but I did
You
get
said
the
you really
cheese.
wanted Mountain Dew. You really wanted the Mountain Dew.
Yeah, you have to have Mountain Dew to go with the cheeseburger. Like, otherwise, what are you doing? You know?
No, you need Mountain Dew to go with Taco Bell.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you don't
Coke.
have Mountain Dew with your Taco Bell, what are you doing with your life?
yeah. I think Coca-Cola really with McDonald's or maybe like a root beer or
Can I
something.
set it down?
Sweet tea.
What do you want, banana?
Nom 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 nom.
Banana, you have 5 seconds to say something, please. Thank you.
Eating the banana.
Five,
Banana me.
4, 3, 2. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. In other news, the schedule for UFO Twitter Week, that looks good. That's tomorrow's a Stargate program with Paul Smith.
Yeah, who is that?
I have no idea.
And who's the one kicking it off? That makes sense.
I don't think any of you know this, but yeah, when I first started doing spaces, like old Astral and like old Vet, and I guess those are the only other people that do spaces. But yeah, we'd all hang out like just chilling here in here, like just like this. But I don't know. They went off and started doing like their own thing for some reason. Like banded together and like did like the UAP Med thing and like did like the UFO Twitter Week thing. And I always thought that we were like homies because we spent like it's like we are now, right? We spent all day, like every day, like hanging out with each other, right? And just all of a sudden one day, like they're just I don't know, started doing that whole other thing and like never talked to me again. I was like, God damn, what the fuck did I do? It's weird.
It sounds like somebody was in their ear.
I don't know. I feel like some people just have a huge ego sometimes, and it's really shitty. Like we all just need to squash that shit. And like I don't honestly, I'm not famous, so for me it's nothing. But I guess like as soon as you start to get a little bit of a following, you're like get a little bit of an ego, I would imagine, right? And then they have a hard time coming back to where they. I don't know. It's kind of stupid if you ask me. Like it's almost like I don't know. You need to be able to joke around somewhere.
Because some people feel like they're kind of famous in this little niche, right? This is their 15 minutes of fame type deal, and they're going to take it seriously. Or perhaps you guys just grew apart and as friends maybe, and kind of like with Shane's whole ordeal, he wanted to go off and run his own spaces. So maybe that was part of it. Were you always the one hosting it, or is it kind of like a flip flop?
No, yeah, I was always well, actually, was I always hosting? Um, no, yeah, I was always hosting, but then it started slowly branching off into I think little by little like they didn't just like all of a sudden stop coming all together one day. It was like a slow like kind of transition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys probably just grew apart. Um, and then other things along the way probably helped keep you guys apart. Who knows?
But yeah, it was like a whole group of people that like
God,
it wasn't just like hold on, sorry. Put my mic across the room and started talking. But yeah, no, so it was like a whole group of people. Like it wasn't even just like Shane and like Astral. It was like a whole group of people that like went with them that like I never even saw again. Like a whole group of friends just all of a sudden disappeared overnight. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? Where'd they all go? Um, and like these guys, like I can understand like maybe I could find some excuses why like maybe Astral or like old vet like wanted to go and do other things like because I'm not going to go anywhere. Like I'm not trying to like climb any ladders. Like when you're making dick jokes all the time and like not trying to suck anyone's dick, like you're not going to get very far, and that's cool with me. So, but I mean, they're all about that. Like they trying to get like as many like connections as they can in like the UFO whatever world, and I understand like they can't really be hanging around with me if they want to be like going places, and I get that, or whatever. But what about the other guys though? Like Daniel and Chase and there's a handful of other people. Like they were just kind of like extras that like hung out with us, and they
well,
just kind of went with them. I don't get
might
it.
just be like chasing the coattails, right? Like that's who they liked Shane for his personality. Like I like Shane. Fuck, he does push hard. Like that's something that they are trying to do. Maybe like trying to get more professional, but I
Hmm.
don't see the point. I think that this is more better. It's more like we're just all talking. It's not so like judgmental.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I've always been cool with Old Vet. Like even today, like I like his personality. Like I like both of them. Like I've always been cool with them. Like we've never had any beef. I just kind of felt like butthurt that like they just didn't want to hang out with me anymore. Is all, you know. And that's really like the whole issue from like my end of it. But like and I can only speculate as to like why they left. But I mean, no one's ever been like, oh yeah, we left because like you're just like not going to help us get like get any further or whatever. But I'm just making that assumption, so who knows? I don't know any like official reason. They never told me. So but what were we talking about?
I don't know. We're just rambling on, but it seems like this should be like people come and go. Like we were talking about this a while ago. Like how long will this even go on for? Right? It's quite interesting before it just fizzles out, or rather it does
What
blow up. I guess really
what
doesn't it?
what fizzles out?
Like people just stop coming, stop showing up, right? Stop wanting
The
to talk
spaces?
about shit. Yeah.
No, that's never gonna stop. No, I know what I was saying. I was saying that uh like I never had any beef with Shane, and I still think he's like awesome. I just said I was like just a little butthurt about like just them like I don't know like thinking they're like better than me or whatever, and just acting that way. But yeah, like it's the stuff that like I'm hearing that like they're saying in, well, not them. I mean specifically like old vet is saying in DMs, like I don't know, like I don't know why he would say like that kind of stuff, but I guess I don't. I'm trying not to take it personally because I've heard he's doing it to like other people too. So it's like I guess it's just a thing. I don't know.
You ever think when he was referring to you like coming in and derailing spaces that perhaps it was that fake you doing
That hadn't crossed my mind at the time, but it's pretty obvious that dude isn't me if you just click on his profile, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe not.
it? I don't know. Some people think it's you.
Yeah, it's weird though. Like the guy doesn't even have the same picture.
And it's easy to tell that here many followers.
I mean, there's so many people with like multiple accounts. I can see why someone would like think maybe it's just another account with a slightly different picture.
Mm-hmm. But with the lettering, right? It's a little harder. Can't copy that shit.
Mhm.
That or it's similar enough it could pass off as like a secondary account in case your main gets suspended or something.
Well, it's just like on the playground, right? Fuck, some of us just want to throw dirt in other people's faces. Fuck, it happens. Like people are shits. Nothing they can really. There's no reason or rhyme for it, but they seem to get pleasure in it. I seen the smirk on them face when they do that shit. They're getting pleasure out of your torture.
Yeah, children are nasty. Hey, what's up? I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your name. Sorry. I hear. Okay, I did it. I hear. Oh wait, that says progress, doesn't it? I'm sorry. I should have got that one. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, how much different is like the sound of this mic, this mic, this mic, versus this mic, this mic, this mic?
That mic that you're currently on now is up close, whereas the other one sounds distant.
What about now? Are they like the same like quality almost?
Did you switch back to the first one?
No, I'm still on this second one.
Well, the second one sounds much better. It's clearer, it's up close, like you're next to your mic and not across the room.
Yeah, it's a much better microphone. Hmm?
Did you just huff into your mic?
Yeah, I was breathing into it.
Oh yeah, that was hot.
Yeah, it's cool. I like this. The other one is just like, you know how like you have those earbuds and they have like the little mic that comes down that's like that you can like talk into or whatever. That's part of the earbuds, or whatever. So like the part that would like my earbud that would like go into my ear, right? I had to cut that off because I mean I didn't. I stepped on it by accident and like it ripped off, but like the little mic was still attached, right? So I was like, oh, I still got one earbud, and I can just attach that little microphone part and like tape it to my shirt and just kind of like Mickey Mouse it. So that's what I'm currently doing. But then I have like this other like dynamic microphone that's like much better that like I can probably sound better in, but it's like I don't want to hold a microphone. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. This one isn't that bad, is it?
No.
Oh, you know what I should get is like one of those like there was like those guys on stage that have like those wireless microphones. I could probably get one of those. That'd be pretty sweet. I can just like attach it to my collar or something.
You went back to the first mic, didn't you?
I'm sorry. I'm weak.
It sounds like he's lost somewhere in a maze, echoing.
Right. He's trapped in a painting. Yo, that was a little hidden quest in Oblivion, right? There was this lady, and you're on her house. She's got like this fucking oil painting, and if like you click on it and fucking enter that shit, but do not. It was a terrible idea. I was not like a high enough level for that shit. It was a pain in my ass. I was legit trapped in that bitch until I was able to figure out how to defeat it. Like you're in this like oil painting world, and there's these fucking big evil creatures that are trying to kill you. And so I was not prepared for this battle, right? So after I killed every single one, I'd have to save. Like, oh my God, it took so many tries trying to get out of that stupid painting.
That sounds intense.
Oh, it totally was. Yo, this train conductor has been laying on his horn the entire time going through the countryside. Oh my God, he stopped. He's gonna start again. Yep, there he comes. What a dick. Some of them,
Pissed.
some of them just lay on their horn the entire time coming through town. I'll be way out in the country, just the entire time coming through. And it's all because of one little stop sign in our town. I don't know exactly what, but it's like 2 feet too short the track to the road or something like that, so that causes them to have to blow their horn as they come through our town.
Huh. That seems obnoxious, but also it's probably fun because, like, what else do you have to do when you're driving a train? Like, that's probably the
Fuck
fun.
that guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck all of them. Except for this one dude. There is this one train every once in a while it makes no sound coming through. I don't even think he blows his horn. I think he just like knows this is a tiny ass town. And when you come through at 3 o'clock in the morning, ain't nobody outside. Everybody is asleep. Uh, nobody is moving around out here except for me in my room talking shit on Twitter. Um, then there's this one dude that my cousin swears up and down his ex-girlfriend must live in this town because dude is obnoxious with it. He's like, his ex has got to live here. He's like, just listen to him. I can just imagine him angrily pushing the button or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, that's some kind of revenge right there. It's like, you can't sleep now, bitch, or whatever.
Oh, I sleep right through this shit. They do that all night long and all day long, and I sleep right through it. which is bad because I have also slept through the tornado siren.
Yeah, that's not so great, I guess.
No.
But you're okay, at least for now, so that's good.
Yeah, for now, push come to shove, all I gotta do is like throw myself downstairs and then
Yeah.
go to the neighbor's house right next to me. Like their little side door down into their basement is always open just in case for us, because otherwise we'd have to go to the police department and hide out there.
Mm.
And sometimes you don't really have all the time.
Yeah.
So freaking the neighbor just like boom, like as soon as we leave our front door, just like a couple steps to the left and you're at their side door and we can get right into the basement.
Mm-hmm. That's good at least.
Yeah, they got it all planned out. I was like, okay, I see you.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, totally random. What's really awkward is I was scrolling through Tinder and I saw this dude and his job is this little construction business right next to my house.
Huh.
I mean, he's hella ugly. Like, I'm good. But it's just super awkward. I've probably seen him before.
You get all
Yeah.
sloppy drunk and you'd be like, oh, it's good enough.
Yeah, you've seen him before and you'd be like,
Just right next door.
yeah.
That means if he's seen me, he's probably seen me looking all bummy and shit.
It's like takeout food.
Like, yo, what's up?
That shit's really gross and you might get sick. But you'll enjoy eating it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to sleep, so I'm gonna drop down so I'm not like tempted to talk unless I really, really can't sleep. So yeah, let's talk to you guys later.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
I officially feel like I've been put to bed. Going to sleep now too.
Okay, good night.
But yeah. Welcome to another edition of the Danger Zone.
Yo, no, Kyle's still up here. Hey, Kyle or Heather, you guys, can you get to that other mic I'm talking into?
You're talking into the second one, aren't you?
Yeah, that's good times.
I was laughing so hard over here by myself. It's like solid meditation time.
Say that again, Kyle.
I was laughing so hard over here. Fucking, this blind guy's got smacked. He's like, don't assume a blind guy's blind. And the guy smacked him. Sorry. I'm lost over here.
Where are you?
I put my foot into my bowl of candies and they shot everywhere. It's crazy. It's pretty madness over here.
Since it's so quiet, I'm just gonna
with you people. Like, I know shifting your paradigm is tough, but, you know, if you can't do it, just don't watch. You know, like a car accident, just, you know, move on with your life, I guess, because, you know, the kind of short-sightedness, lack of any serious in-depth analysis is quite harmful. Something the whistleblower talked about in this story is how oversight committees in Congress are not aware of these programs and weren't, and it's been illegally held from them through seemingly unclassified projects, or SAPs, not unclassified, I should say conventional SAPs. So you have a conventional, whatever that means, special access program that gets funded by the government oversight committee, but within that, they're doing other classified stuff that is not approved and is not known, that involves freaking ships, man, made by things that aren't human. To give you a detailed example of how this could work, we're going to use an example called Moondust. Moondust was a group of people within the Air Force in the 1127th Field Activities Group at Fort Belfour. Their mission was to go out and capture re-entries of satellites, apparently crash recovery program. In the paperwork that I found, I mean, that part of it's clear, that's obvious. But then they have blacked out sections that you can't see that are classified. And there are records of them going all over the world and collecting things. None of it's ever verified to be not made by humans, but you know, those documents exist. Overseas here, everything. What they worked off of is Space Track, which is really what turned into what we know now as Space Fence. You know, it's a radar system. If something comes into our atmosphere, you know, re-entry, Moondust will go try to capture it, bring it back. That was an unclassified, I believe, an unclassified name. Yes, Moondust was the unclassified code name, much like ATIP was for OSAP, apparently. And, you know, Blue Book for Attic, all that kind of, you know, Congress or whatever knows about the Moondust part of it, and they fund it or whatever, but they don't know that they're also recovering things of non-human origin, which could very well be under those blacked out parts, you know. And Moondust just so happened to be the group that Sean Cato directly put on some slide that was a part of a presentation, I think, to the Canadian Parliament. So that could be your ticket. And there's plenty of people that were on the Moondust roster, the 1127 Field Activities Group, that you can look up and look into as much as you want or can. So that could be a good place to look for sure, Moondust. And more so even the 1127 Field Activities Group out of Fort Belfour. It all kind of seems to make sense, doesn't it?
Hmm?
Sure does.
What's the Men in Black?
Ross is pretty pissed about the media for it all kind of seems to make sense, doesn't it, group? And more so even the 1127 Field Activities Group.
Oh, I got it mixed up with the 7113 Special Activities Group.
Or Belfour. It all kind of seems to make sense, doesn't it? Sure does. Ross is pretty pissed about the media and how they're treating this subject with this whistleblower right now, and how they're completely dropping the ball. And it's because they're complicit in this whole thing. They've been complicit in from the beginning, giving these UFOs a name, flying saucers. You know, off a completely wrong idea from Kenneth Arnold. You know, I've shown you on this show, like lights, mystery lights, airships, things like that go back for a long time, you know. But all of a sudden, everything changed when they were called flying saucers, and it really became part of American culture that was dangerous to the Air Force because it discredited them. It said, hey, you don't own the skies, you don't know what everything is, and they couldn't admit that, so they had to squash it every chance they got. The Air Force would kill it, and they would try to discredit people to make them, you know, seem like they're ridiculous or nutty, or they're like George Adamski, or they're the contactee psychological problems. Well, whatever psychological problem that is, we should probably figure it out because it hasn't stopped 80 years later. Right? Um, so I just wanted to give my thoughts on kind of the history of NAISC, going back to Attic, how this is all connected. Maybe an example of a group that retrieved non-human materials. And just kind of give you something to chew on and think about as far as how that could work. As far as the whistleblower, Ross Coldart, I'm watching, I'm excited, I'm paying attention, and I can't wait to see what else comes down the road here. I think a lot more attention is going to be paid to this by major media because you just can't get around the authenticity and the credentials of this person. Can't get around it. So people are forced to take it seriously. Major media has to literally listen, and they will. And when that happens, I hope that we have some actual proof to provide so that it doesn't just disappear again. Because it will if that doesn't happen. So, that being said, I'm your host. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, bye. So we got done listening to the entire piece, the audio version, which I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was totally worth reading it. It was great. But the thing is like 20 minutes, so I didn't really have time to digest anything and comment on anything. But I did want to do that. The first thing is classification and clearance. This thing needs to be figured out because apparently nobody has the needed classification clearance to verify any of this whistleblower's claims. So what are we going to do? Hopefully more whistleblowers come forward, maybe even some that have seen this stuff, that have touched it. Would be great. Maybe even flown in it. Who knows? So hopefully that happens. But we'll see. You know, the one thing I've noticed is everybody has, a lot of people are showing a misunderstanding of the whistleblower and what he's saying, and Ross Coulthart and everything else. Like, it needs to be clear that this person has been told this stuff by various people in the intelligence community that he knows, some of which he's trusted and worked with his whole career. He's seen documents, all this sort of stuff, and he's saying it's true. Right? He's not saying he's seen any of it. So the classification thing, I think, is going to be an issue that needs to be overcome. Something that sticks out to me is in the article, you know, he's briefed somebody in the House Oversight Committee, I think it was, but he couldn't show them the relevant evidence because they didn't have the right clearance. Same with Senate staffers and other people. So what are we going to do about this? And it's probably one of the more, if not the most reputable whistleblower in the history of the UFO topic. So hopefully this goes forward. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone's going to believe it, no matter how credentialed this person is, unless some sort of evidence comes with it. And I have no idea what that is. But this is a really hard paradigm to shift, and it needs to come with something like that. Now, there's a lot coming up. There's going to be a lot more information coming out, more interviews with Ross Coulthart. I'm sure this person is going to be talking a lot more. Apparently, he went to George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell first, but they're not releasing this information with this person. Why is that? Ralph Blumenthal, Leslie Kane, Ross Coulthart seem to be doing this together, which is great. Love those guys. So hopefully, I have a feeling it may be planned that way. Possibly, because George passed up apparently the opportunity in the New York Times thing in 2017 back then because it'd be known as the UFO guy releases UFO story. So, who knows? Ross Coulthart is a UFO guy, but hasn't always been. So, we'll see. And he's got that Australian accent, which everybody loves. It just takes super serious. So I look super forward to hearing more. One thing that I wanted to discuss that stood out to me in the article is this Jonathan Gray, who's mentioned in here. It seems to be some sort of, some sort of name that isn't his real birth name. So, but he's from the National Air Intelligence and Space Center at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, NAISC. So it's relevant to track that group back all the way to the beginning, right? Because this person is saying UAPs exist. Some have been confirmed as non-human origin. We study him here. He's like one of the top UAP analysis people. Pretty amazing stuff. So let's take this group NAISC from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base and go all the way back to the beginning. It starts in 1947 when the Air Force first separated from the Army. They started a group called ATIC, Aerial Technical Intelligence Center, I believe it is, or Advanced, something like that. But anyways, out of this group is where they studied UFOs starting in 1947. Project Blue Book, Rush, signed. It was all public code names for their studies inside ATIC, ATIC, starting in 47. Publicly that we know of. This group, part of their mission was to avoid ATIC, not Blue Book, but ATIC, to avoid strategic surprise. So what that means is getting your hands on some of the most advanced technology that exists and make sure you're aware of it, how it works, how to use it, if we should be afraid, if not, so on and so forth. And you can see the records that have been put out somewhat recently, actually. Some of the Soviet stuff that they got and looked at, and full planes that they had at Wright-Patterson and hangars that they had, all sorts of things like that. So, the whole story is absolutely true. We're just missing the flying saucer part. Which there have been rumors of flying saucers at Wright-Pat that we've covered on the show going back to 1953 that we take from actual Blue Book documents, strangely enough. And of course, there's been many stories of crashes and stuff, but it's important to know that this NAISC started originally with the investigation of UFOs. Pretty interesting. So as that group progressed, ATIC, it eventually turned into something called Foreign Technology Division, FTD. If you watch this program, sometimes they'll show old Air Force photos of reported UFOs, and on there you can see it says Foreign Technology Division. So I went from attic to Foreign Technology Division. Colonel Corso, the day after Roswell, everybody knows that whistleblower. He's saying kind of almost the same exact stuff, more or less. Same idea. He was out of the Foreign Technology Division. Foreign Technology Division eventually turned into what we now know as NAISC, where this whistleblower is from. It's important to know that. Because what he's essentially saying is they've never stopped studying UFOs, they've never stopped recovering UFOs, and they've never stopped trying to reverse engineer UFOs, no matter what the Condon Committee suggested, no matter what the Air Force says about when their studies ended. It's all not true. They've been doing it ever since. And the implications of this are huge. I mean, I've covered this before, all the Air Force letters that they've sent out to different people over the years. There's no evidence this, there's no evidence that, no evidence this. But every freaking time, just like today, they use the word extraterrestrial origin. No proof. But as I've shown on this program, they've evaluated and looked at many materials, some of which they couldn't identify its origin. But that doesn't mean it's from space. So what if we're talking about another species that has been here with us the whole time? What if we're talking about a civilization that lived here a long time ago? Maybe now lives in the earth, became way more advanced than we ever did, avoids us because we're morons. Or maybe it is extraterrestrial, but there's no solid way to figure out how to prove its origin is from there. And if you can't, how are you going to have proof that it's ET? What we need to pin down is that what it is not made by humans. A non-human intelligence. So when somebody asks Susan Gao about what this whistleblower says, we shouldn't ask, does Arrow have any evidence of extraterrestrial materials in their holdings? We should ask, does Arrow have any evidence of things made by another intelligent life that isn't human? Any evidence that would suggest that? And I will take witness testimony. Kind sir, thank you. Blew me away that the guy said yes to bodies. You know, and I watch it with my wife, and we're sitting there, and that question comes up, and he goes, you know, as ridiculous as that sounds, yes, it's all true. And I was like, what? Ross Goldhart was on this show not too long ago, just telling me, like, dude, it's coming. It's coming. And I'm like, okay. That's funny, man. You know, I can't help but think that, like, why am I here? You know, why did I have that sighting? Why did I see that thing? And was that for a reason? If this is all true, like, why was I privileged enough to have that experience, which then propelled me to be in this position, which I wouldn't be in without that experience? Whatever that experience is, whatever it really truly is, it's put me here, regardless. Why am I so privileged? When other people just completely have no clue. Like, I love the basement dwelling, you know, couch quarterbacks who don't ever look at this topic, haven't looked at a Blue Book document in their whole life, probably. Look at the headline of this story on Twitter, retweet it and go, oh, this is ridiculous, that's sad. People are getting fooled by this. Like, we're complete idiots. Like, we haven't thought of all that kind of stuff already. Like, we're not already thinking, like, how are we being scammed in the back of our heads? You know? Like, we're not already thinking about that stuff. Like, these people who just throw out these quips, like, they're so smart, you know? But they need to realize, they won't ever realize, that there's very intelligent people in this field who have taken very deep looks at everything that's public and come out with a genuine mystery on their hands. And it's so disrespectful to people like that, you know, like, it's just ridiculous. Why do you think the DOD has this arrow? The whole thing's just misinformation. Do you have any idea how just illegal and terrible that is? Like, that's theft from American people. Like, not just like, you know, we have different policy views, like, oh, you're basically stealing with that, you know, that's so stupid. No, this is like literal, like, deception, like a used car salesman saying, here, I'm selling you a 2020 Lexus. He gives you the key and sits you down in a Toyota Camry, you know. Which is actually what's kind of happening. So maybe I should say, instead of a Toyota Camry, just like a completely different thing, like a jet ski. So in the language that passed and was made law, it's like, you can't get it any more clear than that. That wouldn't be made law if it was just some stupid superstition. What is wrong with you people? Like, I know shifting your paradigm is tough, but, you know, if you can't do it, just don't watch. You know, like a car accident, just, you know, move on with your life, I guess, because, you know, the kind of short-sightedness, lack of any serious in-depth analysis is quite harmful. Something the whistleblower talked about in this story is how oversight committees in Congress are not aware of these programs and weren't, and it's been illegally held from them through seemingly unclassified projects, or SAPs, not unclassified, I should say conventional SAPs. So you have a conventional, whatever that means, special access program that gets funded by the government oversight committee, but within that, they're doing other classified stuff that is not approved and is not known, that involves freaking ships, man, made by things that aren't human. To give you a detailed example of how this could work, we're going to use an example called moon dust. Moon dust was a group of people within the Air Force in the 1127th Field Activities Group at Fort Belvoir. Their mission was to go out and capture re-entries of satellites. Apparently, a crash recovery program. In the paperwork that I found, I mean, that part of it's clear, that's obvious.
Bombshell claims from a military whistleblower. UFO wreckage recovered by the U.S. kept classified by a secret government program for decades. Tonight, a world television exclusive you will only see on News Nation. Welcome to Elizabeth Vargas Reports, earning your trust every night. UFOs exist. The U.S. government found quite a number of them, and they are indeed of non-human origin. Those are the explosive allegations from a former intelligence officer tonight in a whistleblower complaint that the Inspector General is taking very seriously. 36-year-old Air Force veteran David Grush is exposing what he calls a top secret military program that has reportedly found wreckage of fully intact UFOs. The government now calls them UAPs, or unidentified anomalous phenomena. For years, there have been whispers and rumors that the government had aircraft of non-human origin. This report is the first evidence it might be true. The Inspector General has called Grush's complaint urgent and credible. Tonight, we have a world television exclusive interview with the whistleblower in which he claims we not only have the aircraft, but the government has been keeping much of its secret from Congress and from the public. News Nation senior national correspondent Brian Enton is here with the story, and this is a blockbuster.
It is a blockbuster. It's really hard to wrap your mind around this. I've been working on this for the past couple of weeks. I'm still having a hard time processing all of it. Over the last couple of years, it sort of became mainstream to discuss UFOs. The government has released videos. They've acknowledged that we don't know what some of this stuff is out there that we have on camera, but this really takes it all to another level. For the very first time, the world is about to hear from a former high-level U.S. intelligence officer who says the government has some of the unidentified craft in its possession. He is revealing these exclusive details about the secret government program.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow.
We have all seen these blurry videos of unidentified flying objects. Video evidence, if you will, that old tales of UFOs may not all be conspiracy theories. In recent years, Congress starting an official U.S. government Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, recently renamed the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO. And now in a News Nation exclusive, David Grush, an Air Force veteran, former member of that task force, and veteran of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, is formally blowing the whistle on secrets he says no one has ever shared publicly before.
You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the U.S. Defense and Intelligence Establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
Grush sitting down with award-winning investigative journalist Ross Coulthart, who's reporting for News Nation and has spent years reporting on the UFO question.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the UAP task force?
The UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No. I thought it was totally nuts, and I thought at first I was being deceived. It was a ruse. People started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me they were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
Grush alleges the U.S. government has recovered non-human craft for decades. He's filed a whistleblower complaint saying he gave what he calls the classified proof to Congress and the Intelligence Community Inspector General. News Nation has confirmed David Grush's credentials and resume. We've not seen or verified the alleged proof he says he's provided to investigators. He says he can't show us the proof for national security reasons. He also tells us he's not seen photos of the alleged craft himself, but has talked extensively with other intelligence officials who have.
If you're right, if you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone. Yeah.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of?
Well, naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
It's also harder for people to wrap their minds around the concept of a crashed object from somewhere else. It's easier to accept that, yeah, we see things in the sky that we can't explain.
Journalist Leslie Kane broke Rush's whistleblower story this morning in the debrief. Ms. Kane's career has been mainstream and credible, having written a series of reports on UFOs in the New York Times dating back to 2017. He has the credentials, but there's no documents that he's handed over. There's no pictures. And as a journalist, you want to see documents, you want to see pictures. Does that raise a red flag?
Not at all, Brian. I mean, you mean documents that actually describe the craft?
Correct, yeah, like the documents, to be able to see it for ourselves.
Of course, don't we all want that? And the problem with that is all of that information is classified. You know, as we said in the story, everything that Grush told Congress and told the Inspector General of both the IC, the Intelligence Community Inspector General, and the Department of Defense Inspector General, all of that information is classified.
In 2017, Kane reported exclusively in the New York Times that the Pentagon had a secret UFO program. 3 years later, the Pentagon confirmed her story. Her latest report is even more explosive, but Kane says she has multiple sources who back up Grush's story.
I believe it because of all the sources I have who have told me the same thing. So who am I to doubt these very, very high-level people who have been inside these programs for decades, have done their work, and are all telling me the same thing? I mean, I don't think there's some kind of conspiracy among all these people who don't know each other to make something like this up.
So I've got to be blunt about this. You're not making this up. This is not a lie.
No, absolutely not.
Because everybody watching this right now is looking at your face. They're going, is this guy for real?
I am for real. And I'm sitting here at great personal risk and obvious professional risk by talking to you today.
And just within the last 10 minutes or so, the Pentagon has released a statement to News Nation about this report. They say to date, AARO has not discovered any verifiable information to substantiate claims that any programs regarding the possession or reverse engineering of extraterrestrial materials have existed in the past or exist currently. AARO is committed to following the data and its investigation wherever it leads. AARO, working with the Office of the General Counsel and the Air Force Office of Special Investigations, has established a safe and secure process for individuals to come forward with information to aid AARO in its congressionally mandated historical review. AARO's historical review of records and testimonies is ongoing and due to Congress by June 2024, and AARO welcomes the opportunity to speak with any former or current employee or contractor who believes they have information relevant to this historical review. And Elizabeth, we know that David Grush has filed that whistleblower complaint. He's been on the record under oath testifying to many of these things that he said in our report tonight.
Right, and it's important to point out that this statement from the Pentagon, from AARO, Grush is alleging that this top secret program is keeping it a secret from AARO. So.
Yeah, exactly. And if Grush what he's saying is true, the spokespeople, all of those folks at that level wouldn't even know this was going on anyway.
All right, I got to ask you, he has a compelling story to tell. Very little of it seems like firsthand knowledge. Isn't he just repeating what somebody else has told him or somebody else has showed him?
Yes, that is what he's doing, but he says he's talked to a number of people who are in very, very high level positions. He also had basically the highest level of classified material information that he was able to receive. We went back and checked over, his history, all of his credentials, check out completely. Unfortunately, there's
in addition, a couple people have come forward publicly to vouch for him, people who are high ranking.
They have. And this article first came out this morning, and I think it's interesting that, there hasn't been any sort of effort to discredit what he has said either from the Defense Department.
So interesting. So what happens, and have we had any reaction, by the way, from members of Congress who have been been taking this seriously in the last couple of years. We've seen congressional hearings, we've seen NASA's hearing just about a week ago on UFOs or UAPs, whatever you prefer to call them. We've seen the DNI give a briefing to the White House on this. We've been hearing whispers and rumors for years. I remember even former President Trump, when he was in office, sort of saying, "Oh my gosh, if you knew what I knew about UFOs."
Yeah.
So there's always been this intrigue.
There has, and think about it, Elizabeth, if you go back 15 or 20 years, if we were sitting here talking about UFOs, people would think that we were nutty. Now it's gotten to the level of where it is somewhat accepted because the government has come forward to a certain extent and acknowledged that there are these videos that exist. The Navy has released the videos themselves and said, we're not sure exactly what this is that we're seeing. Of course, what Gresh is saying really just sort of takes it to the next level.
Boy, it sure does. It's almost impossible to believe. All right, Brian Menton, thanks so much. And former Navy fighter pilot Lieutenant Ryan Graves joins us now. He was the first active duty pilot to testify before Congress about his squadron's experience with UAPs. He also founded Americans for Safe Aerospace to encourage other pilots to come forward. Lieutenant Graves, always great to have you on the show. First, just your reaction to what we've just heard.
Yeah, quite the incredible statements that were made public today. David has had a lot of experience and he's made some pretty strong statements. My understanding is that this has been properly communicated to Congress and other stakeholders in government. And so that really puts the onus now on Congress to be able to move this information forward, hopefully to the American people.
The whistleblower complaint alleges that not only has our government had these craft of, quote, non-human origin, but that it's keeping it secret. And for decades, the Air Force discredited sightings of UAPs by pilots like you. Does it sound possible to you that that kind of secrecy is still happening, this kind of disinformation, this time around aircraft?
Well, that just seems to be the case. I've been reporting on unidentified objects since 2014 and 2015 off of the coast of Virginia Beach. And still, that conversation hasn't elevated to the point where pilots still feel comfortable reporting. So yes, I still believe that there is secrecy and stigma associated with this topic. And this conversation that we're having today, I think, is a massive step in the right direction.
Can you describe exactly what you saw when you were flying in the air that night?
Certainly. We were seeing dark gray or black cubes inside of clear spheres. And we were seeing these all over our working areas on a near daily basis, sometimes coming as close as 500 feet to our aircraft as we were flying our operations. We were seeing this not only off the eastern seaboard, but we were seeing this down south off Jacksonville, Florida, as well as off the west coast. Now, with the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office reporting that we're seeing spheres globally that are proceeding from 0 to 2 Mach on a regular basis, we still haven't really figured out what those objects are.
And you, largely to your efforts and a few others, and people are now speaking out, pilots are now speaking out. But in general, especially a couple of years ago, but you say even now still to a certain extent, what are pilots told when they come back and say, oh my God, look at what I saw and what I recorded in my cockpit camera?
Yeah, a lot of times it doesn't even get to that point, unfortunately, Elizabeth. Pilots are taking it back to their companies, to their safety offices and reporting this. Typically what I'm hearing from aircrew that are calling and reporting is that they're seeing objects, they're typically reporting it to air traffic control. And that's really where the conversation ends. There'll be a number of other aircraft that will report the same thing in the same vicinity, but there's no further action taken. But it was a bit disappointing to hear the FAA chief talk. It was a little disappointing to hear the FAA representative at the latest public meeting that the NASA independent study team had stated that he was only familiar with maybe 4 or 5 reports of UAP from their FAA controllers. I'm personally hearing reports from pilots that they're seeing objects on almost a nightly basis off the Northern Pacific as well as Northern Atlantic.
Almost a nightly
and that's
basis?
Been happening for several months. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, if these non-human craft are in fact flying around the Earth on almost a nightly basis, would it make sense to you that one or more of these would crash or land?
Well, that's the assumption that we have to make if David's story is 100% true. If these objects are flying around and have been for a number of years, the assumption would be that they would likely crash at some point and that there would be an operation to retrieve it.
A former staff director of the Senate Intelligence Committee is publicly calling on the government to reveal what it has. He says he's spoken to 4 witnesses who say the same thing that you do, that Grush says, that we have material from non-human craft. And he writes, we must know the facts concealing such vital information. If we are not alone, this poses a huge barrier to successfully adapting to the world around us. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. Not only do we're not able to adapt to the reality around us, but there's all sorts of potential concern for miscommunication or identification in war zones, potential safety hazards with air traffic, and just the reality that we're just not ready for something potentially if it is happening around us if we're not willing to acknowledge it.
This former staff director also writes that there is a pattern, a persistent pattern of surveillance around Department of Defense test ranges and around nuclear sites. First, have you heard of that? And if so, wouldn't this also make this a matter of national security?
I have to insist that it does. These are being detected around training ranges and places of national security, such as nuclear facilities. Additionally, we can see that there is some level of repeatability and congregation of these objects in those areas, and that should be a cause for concern. Some of the work that we're doing at the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics is related around the detection and sensing of these objects. And there are patterns that can be pulled out, and we are seeing them conglomerate mostly around training ranges and military operation areas.
Do you believe Russia's claims?
It's not about trusting him. It's the fact that he's brought evidence forward that we can now go through and verify, and that's now in the hands of Congress to be able to go and verify that story. His story is believable, and I think it's now up to Congress to verify it and then communicate the results of that to the American people.
All right. Lieutenant Ryan Graves, always great to have you here. Thanks so much for weighing in on this. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right. Coming up, switching gears, former Vice President Mike Pence is throwing his hat into the race for president.
Subject. It doesn't matter whether it's the New York Post or a podcast. I have a couple of things to say on this. Number one, I'm so sick and tired of the show me proof argument regarding the downplaying of this subject. It doesn't matter whether it's the New York Post or podcasts out there. What is proof? This topic, Tim, would have nothing to study if people didn't come out and talk about this subject and what they saw. It is the public and their anecdotal stories that have brought this to light over the last 70 plus years. Then we started filling in the blanks. I don't understand the ad hominem attacks on an entire community because you don't like Lou Elizondo or Chris Mellon, which the job of journalists, even for the weakest of the New York Post writers, is not to inflame an op-ed. It is to provide facts. That is journalism. Calling it fake news, fake stories, fake videos, fake people. There are over, what is it? What was the statistic? 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 Americans claim that they have seen a UFO. There's over 330 million Americans. So you're telling a good chunk of your population that you're full of it? That's your readers. Right? I agree with that. Okay, where I do agree with the article, is that they have no clue which direction they're going. No such thing as disclosure. I had a conversation yesterday with Christopher Sharp of the Liberation Times. He called me up. And I said to him, hey, what's going on? What do you think we need as journalists to improve on this subject? And I said the same thing I say to you and our audience all the time. I said, number one, we have to remove UAP off of our record. Go back to UFO. And I explained why. That UAP is, I believe, man-made. UFO is not. And number two, I said, we have to get the word disclosure out of our mouths. We are in a confirmation move, and the moment we as journalists start realizing this, and we realize that we're not getting the information, we're not getting disclosure, the more we will have to report on, which is good for our stories. Yeah. And that was the point that he wanted to sit back and chew on it for a while. But this ad hominem attack on the entire community by the New York Post, who wrote that? I don't think Stephen Greenstreet wrote it. Yeah, no, he did. He did? Yes. He wrote it with a partner. I'm going to give you his partner's name here. So he's talking for this story. Todd Farley and Stephen Greenstreet. Oh, that? Okay, looking at the two who wrote it, I would say this. It's a hit piece, op-ed piece. There's nothing journalism there. Nothing journalism. Show us the books. And I don't understand why they are attacking Elizondo or Mellon when that's not even the story right now. Yeah. He fought the Taliban and as a special forces operative, like a soldier. You know, he fought the Taliban in Afghanistan like a month after 9/11 with Secretary of Defense Mattis, General Mattis, Mad Dog Mattis. Mattis saved his life. He got pinned down in a huge machine gun fight, and he called for air support. He said there's nothing in the area, and he said, I looked at my friend. I said, we are going to die. We're dead. There's like 100 of them shooting, and they're pinning me on the rock. And he heard something on the radio, and Mattis comes flying in on like one of those Bradley vehicles, saying, and the big door flies down. He's like, hey boys, he's in the future. He's all this. I'll get you in a second. He's on the automatic grenade launcher, just wiping people out. He's lucid, and he's lucid. He's on the ground. He's looking up at this guy in the sunset, kind of thing, like, this guy, you know, and he saved his life, you know. So he came from like really being in war to moving up to a place where he had a lot of responsibility for a lot of very sensitive things. And years. That theory is that these nations, with this theory for a long time after working in psych for over 7 years, that theory is that these nations, with hallucinations about the FBI being after them, about cameras being everywhere, microphones being everywhere, look at the technology around us these days. They're kind of right. Nations with grandiose hallucinations that robots are going to take over the world. I can't tell you how many patients I've talked to about the whole artificial intelligence thing and how that's going to take over the world. Like, actually, if I put the conversations that they were having with me
at that time to where we have fast removed till today, it will make for a very good podcast episode. But if you take us back to that time and listen, it will make for a very good psychiatric evaluation. To me, I feel like the world changes so much, so fast, that I can't possibly think about the things that we don't know or that our government doesn't share with us. Like apparently the CIA has had technological advancements since the 60s where they can point a microphone as small as a ballpoint pen across the street to a building and hear a full-fledged conversation with clarity. Now I'll never forget one run-in I had with the lady who said that she felt the FBI was after her. There are cameras in her house. She felt like she was being watched. She was an older lady. She had stopped bathing herself. She wasn't sleeping well. So it's only, logical to believe she's having a psychological break. However, and some of you might have heard this story before if you've been following me, shout out to all my newbies though. It was crazy when she actually came onto the unit. There were men that showed up in suits who identified as the FBI about a day or two after she had come to the unit. And our supervisor came to us and said, hey, we need you to pull this patient's charts immediately. We need to hand it over to these authorities. We're not allowed to ask any questions. And they grabbed this lady up and they escorted her out of the unit. And she just looked defeated. And she was looking back at the staff like I told y'all fools. She was senile and whatnot. But, if I'm imagining that everything she's saying was right, and she was losing sleep for the right reasons of being followed and came in to be evaluated and to be housed so she doesn't have to worry about being followed, and she actually got taken out by the FBI, like out of our unit. Like, this is the society we live in, man. What will the patients of the future look like? Because so far, they got it right. Out of the UFO incidents involving the U.S. military, you might have seen a lot of people talking about several videos of what looks like a triangle seeming to hover over a base out at 29 Palms here in California. This was all released in the last day by documentary filmmaker Jeremy Corbell. Take a quick listen. Those are not Luna fall. And nobody shoots in a 5-gun section. It's more like the Jeremy Corbell and the co-host of the podcast Weaponized and George Knapp say they have been looking into this since 2021. There's another image right there. He says, according to reports from witnesses, the whole thing only lasted about 10 minutes from 8:20 when it appeared to
8:30 when it blinked out. According to Corbell, it was seen by more than 50 people, many of them Marines at Camp Wilson, who couldn't explain what they saw.
You look at the picture, you can see a reflecting triangular shape. Why are these not flares? Because they stay there for 10 minutes, just in the same spot.
And flares don't sit in one spot for 10 minutes?
No, they definitely fall.
And Jeremy Corbell himself joins us right now in the studio. So Jeremy, real quick, can you set the scene for us here?
Yeah, so this happened back in 2021, and I thought it was flares at first. A bunch of Marines started coming to me. I was able to find them within 36 hours. They saw a craft. So this is not something lights in the sky. They actually saw the body, the shape of the craft, and you see that in the low light photo. So they basically said, what's going on? What is this? And I was worried about the reporting process. We dug into it for a number of years. Luckily, they shot up lumen flares, so you can see the difference of what a lumen flare is. And most flares, they last within 1 minute to 3 minutes max. This object, or I'll say craft, because you can see the body of it, sat there from 10 some reports up to 25 minutes unmoving. So this is why I thought it was important bringing it out to the public, trying to crowdsource and figure out this UAP. It's just an unidentified. The point is we're trying to identify.
And we're trying to identify something that happened over a military base with a lot of military service members all around. We reached out to the Pentagon. I know the Marines that you spoke to said they ruled out flares, but the Pentagon tells us that there was an airspace tactics and instructor course happening around the same time, and there's video of that training. And I think we have some of that video that has been declassified, and you can see choppers through night vision, you can see tracer fire, you can see flares, and then right at the end there are a couple of seconds showing something that's it's kind of in a similar shape to that triangle. Do you think that could be the same thing? Some of this exercise that you're seeing right here, those appear to be flares, kind of in a triangle shape. Do you think that could be what these Marines saw?
Yeah, so that's the question is, were these flares? The problem is the duration, and all of the witnesses that saw the body of a triangular shaped craft. So initially that was my thought, but over the years of working with people, if they saw the craft itself, the body of it, that's what you see in that low light video. Now I don't know, it's a huge base, it's almost 1,000 miles wide. So showing me a video, we need to know if it identically matches up to the time. Look, I'm trying to solve the case too, but I can't discount the Marines that are telling me they saw the craft.
But one of the interesting things about this case is, so that is declassified video that we're seeing right now of the training exercise. The Pentagon says that they had no report of UAP activity, and there is a procedure now for UAPs to be reported all the way up to the Pentagon. They're saying that there were no reports given. Is that what you're hearing from the Marines? Did they ever try to file a report with the government?
Yes, and that was the problem. We weren't getting information. Now, we've seen that over and over and over. Remember, the 2004 Tic Tac event, that UFO event was during a training exercise. The 2019 UAPs were during a training exercise. There's always training going on there at that base. So that's what we're trying to get, better transparency to move that information up and better reporting process. People should not have to be calling journalists. They should be reporting it through the normal chain of command, but that is not happening.
Now, one other question. I mean, as soon as you posted that, everyone was talking about the Phoenix Lights, one of the most well-documented UFO mass sightings there's been. What did you think when you saw this? Did you think Phoenix Lights as well?
Well, when you see that 5 section of lights, that shows that it appears to be very similar visually to the Phoenix Lights, but the size is about half the size of a football field when they could see the body of the craft, and that's what just keeps coming back to me. I want to know the truth too. I want to see proper reporting, but that is connection between an object in the sky and the Phoenix Lights is because of the body of the craft. You can see it in the low light photo. You can see it, and that's what the witnesses tell me. So I don't know now. This is an unidentified. That's UAP. When you're reporting this stuff, you just got to try to figure out what it is. And I think the next number of days is really going to highlight how these types of investigations work.
So you can't say what it is, but you can't say what it is.
It is unidentified. That is a UAP, but let's find out together. That's why we put it out, asking the public and anybody else who was there to help fill in the voids.
Jeremy Corbell.
Hey, man, great to see you. Thank you.
Thanks.
What's up, Logan?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Just chilling. I see the UFO Twitter week schedule up there. That's supposed to be starting today or tomorrow?
Today?
I spoke with Astro a little bit about it, and I told him I created this quantum alien account for UFO Twitter week because I'm an AI engineer, and I think the future is quantum AI agents that are supernatural.
What happened?
He was just like, "Cool, man," trying to. He said his schedule is already filled up this week, but probably recap after.
I'm looking at these videos. This guy has been like filming these UFOs with his drone. He just flies them straight up to the UFOs, and like one of them like just straight took his UFO or his drone. I mean, they're like crazy videos. He says he's some of them are going on a TV show pretty soon, and some in Congress. Holy shit, they're fucking crazy. You gotta check these out. I put it at the top of this page. Like go through this guy's videos that he's posted and his replies and whatnot. You can tell this is real because when UFOs show up, you hear dogs start to bark.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Sorry, Taylor. I fell asleep for a second. Not at all. My bad. Taylor. You guys are boring, man.